Hi, my name is Matthew Belisario. Welcome to another edition of the Belisario Sonic YouTube channel. Today, I want to talk about an important topic, and that is AI in the recording industry. And I want this to be more of an interactive video. I really want your feedback on the comments. I really want to hear what you guys think about this. The important topic: will the recording industry be changed significantly by AI? So, just picked up this new record here for all you progressive rock fans out here. This Ryo Okamoto, who has played with a lot of people, including Neil Morse with his band, Spock's Beard. But this is a fantastic progressive rock record with a ton of people playing on this. So I just wanted to show you this while we engage the topic of AI. Now, I think music like this is always going to be around. We're always going to have real people playing instruments. I don't think that's ever going away. But what I do think is in danger with the already highly competitive music industry is I think that there are going to be a lot of opportunities that may be taken away from recording artists or songwriters in particular. And the reason I say that is I think things like the movie industry, soundtracks, things like that, a lot of these studios are already hiring AI experts. And what that means is that they can get a computer to basically go through a film and compose some kind of a soundtrack for it, that will be what they will use, because they'll own it, they'll own the rights to it, and they're going to own the rights to the music. There'll be no person to pay. There'll be no person to give royalties to other than the company. So I want to know what you guys think about that, because that's pretty significant. It's already a very highly competitive part of the recording business is our soundtracks. Background music, jingles, different things for commercials maybe. And if you can get computer programmers, maybe they get a little cut of it. But if they get an AI program that's written and they pay somebody and contract them to write this algorithm to go and you plug in the movie into it, and it goes through and looks at the different images and comes up with some kind of a soundtrack. And I don't know how far they are along with this technology, but I think they're further along than what we think. So I think that's one side of the industry that could really be hurt big time. It would be that those type of songwriters that would write things for movies. So something to consider there. I'd love your feedback on that. What about other types of music? What about the casual listeners out there that do pay for a subscription, but they just randomly maybe put on those playlists or mood lists? That could be interesting as well, because these record companies, these large record companies like Sony, could go and get somebody to do AI music. That the AI will compose different types of music, and there'll be these big playlists that will be certain moods but it won't be anybody getting paid to write the music, because it'll be a computer writing those. And if they're able to get where the computer can write some catchy little rhythms and something that obviously doesn't avoid a copyright, and it'll be able to probably go into the database and make sure that it's not within any kind of copyright infringements, because a computer could probably go through, just like when you upload a song onto YouTube, it goes through there and analyzes and makes sure that you're not stepping on copyright infringements, right? So they can already do that. So I'm sure that if they have an algorithm to write music, it can go in there and make sure that it doesn't violate copyright infringements. And therefore, these big record companies like Sony Music could go create these mood lists on these different streaming platforms. And the casual listener who doesn't really care about artists or doesn't have a favorite artist. I know a lot of people that like music just for background music, and they'll have a subscription, and they might like some of their favorite pop tunes here and there. But what if Sony comes up with, or Universal, they come up with these mood lists, and half of it is AI, and people are listening to those playlists, and so they only have to pay a percentage of royalties to those favorite pop tunes that people want on their playlist, while the other ones that are being created by a computer are the remainder of them. And maybe they got some catchy rhythms as well. Maybe AI can even create artificial characters or artificial artists that people would actually follow. I know that's kind of sounds crazy, but just looking at the culture today, an artist like this, how many records is he selling? How many of these vinyl records is he selling at this point? He probably makes a limited run of these, and when they sell, they're gone, and that's it. And obviously he retains his rights for the music, and whatever record label he's on, he probably has. This guy happens to actually be on Sony. Well, Sony Music. If this guy, let's just say this guy somehow becomes very popular, Sony Music has to pay him royalties. So now if Sony Music has AI creating something similar to this, and people will listen to it, or the casual listener that likes this kind of music might be like, oh, that's kind of cool on the playlist. Well, Sony Music doesn't have to pay any royalties, and now Sony Music is making more money. So I don't know, this just came to me in the last couple of weeks. I was thinking about this topic, so it's kind of off the cuff. So that's why this video seems kind of random. But I really want to hear your thoughts out there on AI and how it can maybe change the face of music, or will it? Will it fail? Will it not be able to create something that people really want to listen to, or be tricked into listening? I think would be kind of what I would think of it as, especially like I said, with the movies, soundtracks, things like that, to where they wouldn't want to pay royalties to a composer for composing. Hans Zimmer, for example. Well, if you can take Hans Zimmer out of the picture, not pay him royalties, and you got these movie soundtracks that you can still sell that sound pretty good and go along with the movie, well, now Sony Music is making a lot more money. Anyways, again, check out this record album. Very good, quiet piece of vinyl. Nice gatefold. Insert with lyrics. And if you like a combination of Yes, Genesis, maybe a splash of Deep Purple, and Spock's Beard, you're going to like this record. So I want to just end the video with that. Check this record out. All right. Love to hear your feedback again. We'll talk to you on the next video. Take care.